So what you're going to need is 1 1/2 cups beef stock, low sodium, about half of a small onion diced, and 2 cloves of garlic. This is my seasoning mix. It has Italian seasoning, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder. This is 2 tablespoons each of soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and browning sauce, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste, a 1/4 cup of flour, 1 can of corn, and 1 small can of peas and carrots, both drained. Here's a 1/2 cup of cream and a 1/2 cup of unsalted butter, a new seasoning mix with Italian seasoning, pepper and salt, 8 small russet potatoes diced and boiling, and 1 pound of meat. You can choose either lamb or lean beef. I chose here 93% lean beef. The leaner the better. Before we start on the meat, we're going to need to preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Next, you're going to need to choose a kind of fat to cook your onions and garlic in. I chose a little bit of bacon grease, but you can use butter, oil, whatever you want. You want to cook them till they're browned a little bit, but not quite translucent and soft. Next, we're going to add in our meat. We're going to mix it all up in there very good, and we're going to just brown it. So once the meat's brown, we're going to go ahead and add our first seasoning mix. So this was Italian seasoning, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, and pepper. I don't like to put too much in the beginning because you can always add more later on. So next is our sauces. This is Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, and brownie sauce. I personally like to use Kitchen Bouquet. I like the way it tastes. So next, this is about half of our flour and all of our tomato paste. The flour is to give this more of a gravy texture. So once we add in our beef stock and our vegetables, we're going to keep adding flour till we get the desired texture we want, as well as any additional seasoning at this time until we get it to what we want taste-wise and what we want thickness-wise. It should be a somewhat thicker gravy, but not, still a little bubbly, still a little runny. So next is our potato topping. My potatoes are done boiling and I have a stand mixer. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. I've already put my cream and my butter inside the stand mixer. I'm adding in the potatoes once they are drained. You want to make sure your knife goes in smoothly through the potato with no resistance, but you're just not mashing it as it goes down. That's how you tell they're perfectly done. I'm also going to add in my seasoning mixture, which again was Italian seasoning, just salt and pepper, just a little bit of salt. I don't want to overdo it on the salt. And then I'm also going to add in some Italian blend cheese mix. So this is shredded mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, and romano cheeses. I like the consistency and I like the different flavors it adds. Overall, you're looking for about this consistency. Mouthfeel-wise, it should feel like really thick mashed potatoes. The taste should be very neutral, very balanced, and very subtle. So next you need a casserole dish. I like to line it with parchment paper to make cleanup easier. So this is an 11 by 8. You can use whatever size you want. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my meat mixture in and level that out. I'm also going to use some more of that Italian blend cheese just to kind of give it a little bit more weight to it. I'm going to add in my potato topping. We're going to smooth that out, and I'm going to clean up any spills as well as we go. And I'm going to add another layer of cheese to the top of this. And then it's ready for our oven. Now in the oven, it's going to cook for about 20 to 30 minutes. I like to cook it until the cheese just melts and is starting to brown. So like here, this is our finished product here. Cheese is nice and melting, a little bit of browning going on. And there you have it, shepherd's pie. I like to serve with a salad or maybe some garlic bread, but really it's a full meal in and of itself. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.